Okay, now we have questions based on complex numbers. Here we have first question. Let theta 1, theta 2 up to theta 10 be positive valued angles such that sum of angles is 2 pi. Here angles are in radial measure. Now we define complex numbers z1 and zk, where z1 is e power iota theta 1 and zk is zk minus 1 into e power iota theta k. This recurrence relation holds for k is equal to 2, 3, 4 up to 10. Then which of the following two statements are true? Here we have two statements, P and Q. Statement P is modulus of Z2 minus Z1 plus modulus of Z3 minus Z2 up to modulus of Z10 minus Z9. Up to this there are 9 terms, okay. Then we have one more term, modulus of Z1 minus Z10. Sum of this 10 terms is less than or equal to 2 pi. This is statement P, okay. And in statement Q, to get statement Q, replace each complex number in statement P by its square and replace RHS by 4 pi. This is statement Q. We have to check these two statements. क्या कर सकते हैं? We have two different approaches. One is geometrical one and other is purely algebraic one. Now we can find complex numbers z2, z3 up to z10 using this recurrence relation. Put here k is equal to 2, we get z2 is equal to z1 into e power iota theta 2. z1 is this, so z2 will be e power iota theta 1 plus theta 2, okay. Argument of z2 complex number is theta 1 plus theta 2, okay. Then we find complex number z3, put here k is equal to 3, we get z3 is equal to z2 into e power iota theta 2, in fact theta 3, here we have theta k, okay. Now z2 is this, okay, so z3 will be e power iota theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3, okay. Similarly we get other complex numbers, z4 will be e power iota theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3 plus theta 4, okay. And then complex number z10 will be e power iota theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3 up to theta 10, okay. Now what do we first mark these complex numbers on the Argand plane. Now modulus of each complex number is 1 because each complex number is in the form e power iota alpha, okay, and modulus of this complex number is 1. This is cos alpha plus iota sin alpha, modulus is 1, okay. So all these complex number lie on the circle whose radius is 1 and center is 0. हर एक complex number का modulus 1 है, तो ये सारे complex numbers circle के ऊपर होंगे जिसका radius 1 होगा और center origin होगा, okay. So here we have circle on the Argand plane whose radius is 1, center is origin, okay. Now we first mark complex number z1 whose argument is theta 1. Here all these angles are positive, okay. So we mark complex number z1 here in first quadrant such that its argument is theta 1, okay. So this angle is theta 1. Angle of OZ1 with positive real axis is theta 1, okay. Now argument of z2 is theta 1 plus theta 2. Difference between arguments of these two complex numbers is theta 2, okay. So we mark complex number z2 here with argument theta 1 plus theta 2. Angle between OZ1 and OZ2 will be theta 2, okay, because difference between arguments of these two complex numbers is theta 2, okay. Then we mark complex number z3 such that its argument is theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3. Difference between arguments of these two complex numbers is theta 3. So angle between OZ2 and OZ3 will be theta 3, okay. Similarly we mark other complex numbers z4, z5, z6 up to z10. z10 will be on the real axis, okay, because argument of z10 is this and this sum is 2 pi. So this complex number z10 lies on the positive real axis, okay. Now we join consecutive complex numbers by line segments, okay. We get this polygon. This polygon is inscribed in the circle of radius 1, okay. Then how you interpret this terms? Modulus of Z2 minus Z1 is this length of this chord. Modulus of Z3 minus Z2 is length of this chord, length of chord joining complex numbers Z2 and Z3 and so on. Okay, and Z1 minus Z10 is length of chord joining complex numbers Z1 and Z10. Okay, so this is sum of lengths of all these chords. There are 10 chords. Okay, and then definitely sum of lengths of all these chords will be less than or equal to perimeter of the circle inside which this polygon is inscribed. Okay, and perimeter of this circle is 2 pi because its radius is 1. So this sum will be less than or equal to 2 pi. So statement P is true. Okay, now we check statement Q. Consider first term, modulus of Z2 square minus Z1 square. This is modulus of Z2 minus Z1 into Z2 plus Z1. Modulus is distributive over product, so this is a modulus of Z2 minus Z1 into modulus of Z2 plus Z1. Okay, now we use inequality that modulus of Z2 plus Z1 is less than or equal to modulus of Z1 plus modulus of Z2. Okay, each of these two values is 1, so this is less than or equal to 2, so this will be less than or equal to 2 into modulus of Z2 minus Z. Okay, similarly we have inequality for other terms. Okay, so by adding we get this sum less than or equal to, suppose this sum is S. Okay, so we get S less than or equal to 2 multiplied by inside brackets Z2 minus Z1, modulus of Z2 minus Z1 plus modulus of Z3 minus Z2 and so on up to modulus of Z10 minus Z9 plus modulus of Z1 minus Z10. Okay, and from statement P, this sum is less than or equal to 2 pi, so this sum will be less than or equal to 4 pi. Okay, so statement Q is also true. Okay, so both the statements are correct. Okay, now with this question, for any complex number W is equal to C plus iota D, let argument of W belongs to open interval minus pi to close interval pi where iota is equal to square root of minus 1. These are general things. Now let alpha and beta be real numbers such that all complex numbers z is equal to x plus iota y. Satisfying this equation, equation is argument of z plus alpha over z plus beta is equal to pi by 4. The ordered pair x comma y lies on the circle whose equation is x square plus y square plus 5x minus 3y plus 4 is equal to 0. Then we have to check these 4 options. This is multiple correct answer type equation. We have to check all the options. We have alpha is equal to minus 1, alpha beta is equal to 4, alpha beta is equal to minus 4 and beta is equal to 4. Okay, now tell me what will be the locus of complex number z? Complex number z, variable complex number z satisfies this equation. Then what will be its locus? This is a very common equation. We have argument of z minus minus alpha over z minus minus beta is equal to pi by 4. That means angle subtended by line segment joining complex number minus alpha and minus beta at variable complex number z is pi by 4. Here we draw the figure. We have fixed complex numbers minus alpha and minus beta, variable complex number z, angle subtended by line segment joining minus alpha and minus beta at variable complex number z is pi by 4. Okay, now there will be infinite complex number z where angle subtended by this line segment will be pi by 4. Okay, so we join all these points and these points lie on the major arc of the circle. Okay, now all these points lie on the circle whose equation is this. Okay, that means center of this circle or center of this arc will be, center of the circle is minus 5 by 2 comma 3 upon 2. So center of this arc will be this complex number z naught of center will be minus 5 over 2 plus iota multiplied by 3 over 2. Okay. Now we join center to complex numbers minus alpha and minus beta. What will be this angle? From the geometry of circle, this angle will be pi by 2, 90 degree. Okay, because at point Z angle is pi by 4. So at center angle will be double. Angle will be pi by 2. Okay. Then we can write from the concept of rotation formula, we can write argument of Z minus alpha means Z plus alpha over Z plus beta. In fact, here we should write Z naught. Okay. This is equal to pi by 2. Angle subtended by line segment joining minus alpha and minus beta at Z naught, which is center of circle, is pi by 2, 90 degree. Okay. That means, okay, now here this is argument of complex number iota. Okay. So this complex number will be equal to iota. Okay. So we get Z naught plus alpha is equal to this complex number is iota. Okay. So this will be equal to iota Z naught plus iota beta. Okay. Got this? Now Z naught is this. This is a complex number of center Z naught. Put Z naught complex number here. In this equation, we get minus 5 over 2 plus iota multiplied by 3 upon 2 plus alpha is equal to minus 5 over 2 iota minus 3 upon 2, iota square is minus 1. Okay. Plus iota beta. Okay. So we get alpha minus iota beta is equal to minus 3 by 2 plus 5 by 2 is 1. Okay. Minus 5 by 2 minus 3 by 2 is minus 4. So this is 1 minus 4 iota. Alpha beta are real numbers. So alpha is equal to 1 and beta is equal to 4. Okay. So from this we get alpha beta is equal to 4. So option D and option B are correct. Okay, these two options are not correct. Beta is 4 and alpha beta is 4. Okay.